Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we are going to be jumping straight into Solana Sol. So right now we are seeing a 43.52% increase in just the last 24 hours alone. If we actually take a look at the last week, we're seeing about a 67.06% increase, and then the massive 121.21% increase in the last month altogether, putting this market cap at an $18 billion market cap as the volume is continuing to rise as well in the last 24 hours, reaching upwards of $2.7 billion. For those of you who don't know, Solana is a decentralized computing platform that uses Sol to pay for transactions. Solana aims to improve blockchain scalability by using a combination of proof of stake consensus and so-called proof of history. As a result, Solana claims to be able to support 50,000 transactions per second without sacrificing decentralization. So this is definitely a coin, like I said, we talk about pretty much daily on this channel. So it's great to see Solana really starting to push up in the right direction. We've seen so much potential in the past, always doing its kind of own thing, while Bitcoin, either can really kind of continues to remain, very volatile. Solana is volatile, but it's doing its own kind of movement. You don't see many coins doing their own movement. They all mostly follow Bitcoin in a way. Here we see Solana, like I said, continuing to do its own thing, and it's definitely a good thing in paying off. Here in the last year, you can see that we had a previous all-time high right around $55.91, now reaching all the way up to $62.94 as its current price point. And if we actually look farther into it, we see our all-time high reaching even closer to $65 August 16th at 12:35 a.m. I do want to talk about really what goes on with Solana right now, what's taking place that's continuing to push this coin higher and higher. And I want to say nothing specifically is going on, but there's a lot of news to cover in today's video. So we're going to talk about some of the big things that could be related to Solana's push up, as well as obviously, there is always going to be that sense of utility, that sense of use, and you're going to get that with Solana. And that's, in my opinion, is going to be the main reason that a lot of retail investors and I believe institutional investors are looking at Solana as just an insane gem in the rough. So, in my opinion, there's so many great crypto projects in the top market cap categories, being Solana as one of them for sure. Like I said, one of the top ones as well. I want to take a look, like I said, at some of this different news. But before we do so, I also want to say quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video if you want to stay up to date with Solana, as well as so many other altcoins across the channel. We talk about things like VeChain, Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, as well as so many others, like I said, across the channel. Let's take a look at the first tweet here. It's going to be, well, let's take a look at the article first. This one here describes Solana up over 21%, and analysts say reaching for all-time highs soon. So this was August 15th, just literally yesterday, and now we are already reaching those all-time highs that we were looking at. All-time highs previously around $20.89, March 20th. 21.52 at this current price point, just showing off a little bit as Solana continues to surprise and shock a lot of people on this absolutely insane rise. So on Sunday, August 15th, Sol was the top performing altcoin among the top 30 crypto assets by markets with 21% gain versus USD. If you actually take a look at the markets right now, if we take a look at the gainers, Solana's still on top with a 43.52% increase. So keep that in mind. We are continuing to see really Solana day in and day out at the top of the best gainers list. We see Cardano, Solana, and Polkadot compete for dominance ahead of Ethereum ETH 2 upgrade. Ethereum challenges Bitcoin's dominance as cryptocurrency market capitalization crosses $2 trillion for the first time since May, and Cardano is hot on Ethereum's tail. Sorry, not trail, but I guess either one would work in this case and scenario. Preparing for smart contracts and launch. ADA price rallies to that $2. And then we also see proponents claim Solana and Polkadot are more technologically advanced than rival Ethereum. So we are going to continue to see, in my opinion, Solana and Polkadot both rise up against Ethereum in a way. It's not going to be a massive push against Ethereum. However, Solana's kind of made that, unique here with this massive, like I said, 1 month span. This is actually going to be Terra. Let me go back to our Solana. Here we have it, Solana with a 121.21% increase in just that last month. So just crazy to see Solana doing so well. It's a coin that we all thought would do well, but going from $44.99 at 6 a.m. all the way up to close to 12 a.m. being 64.89 is pretty something, pretty something, I guess, crazy to see really taking place. I want to take a look as well in a couple different tweets that Solana has tweeted about here. So it's been a long time coming. Breakpoint, the first annual Solana Conference, is finally here. So Breakpoint is really a celebration of all Solana community has accomplished and inspiration of what is to come. So this is actually going to be in Lisbon, Portugal, November 7th through the 10th. Do expect a lot of different type of people to go there and actually talk about their projects that are currently being involved with the Solana ecosystem. We also take a look here at the introduction to Solana Innovations, characteristics, and criticism. So this is definitely something interesting to look at. It talks more about what is proof of history and how does it work. So if you guys are looking to kind of deep dive into this, make sure to do your own research, and a great way to do so is just looking up Solana and how it works, understanding with the coin altogether before investing. Definitely something everyone should be doing. If we go down to the other innovations, though, that the Solana blockchain offers, it talks really in this section more about a couple different things that I believe continue to build on this utility and use case that Solana provides. So avalanche communication, simply speaking, since the hash value in every timestamp is calculated by the previous hash value, a long range of hash value can be broken into small partitions to be verified separately by the nodes. Each node only needs to verify a partition of hash value. Then, like we said, I'm not going to deep dive through all of this. Like I said, most of this is a lot of details that you're going to have to read into yourself. But for the most part, if you read through this, you're going to find a bunch of different things that you didn't probably know Solana already did or Solana is working on or doing. So they talk about the key characteristics of Solana blockchain. So technically, it's still in beta. Their mainnet is up and running, though. Low barrier of entry to become a validator. It's even faster than legacy financial systems and centralized cryptocurrency exchanges. Over 100 projects were building on Solana by the end of 2020. Now there are more than 250. The growth is exponential. So I'm not going to jump into much more, guys, but just with a few of those, you should realize why so many people are invested and involved with Solana. I do want to jump, though, to Synchrony, because Synchrony is one of those that continues to surprise a lot of people as well. It's time to finally share our vision: on-chain copy trading, composable indexes, friendly marketplace and explorer, and built with purpose on, obviously, Solana. So more more platforms, more projects continuing to build on that Solana ecosystem, understanding that there's a lot of value involved with that. I also want to jump back to Solana and, like I said, talk about the price predictions for the end of the year and the end of the bull market part 2. We are seeing, like I said, a very, very good bullish looking in really last 24 hours altogether with a 42.42% increase. I do think this is going to obviously raise some volatility issues when we do finally get to a very good, more of a stable level. I do think we are going to have maybe a very, very small crash, maybe 5 to 6 to 10%. But then I do believe we are going to continue on our way up. So for the most part, by the end of the year, I still think Solana could easily reach $80 to $120. And that's a very conservative, realistic price prediction on my end. I think by the end of the bull market part 2, we could even see much, much higher. Going into the last month alone, you can see that we had a very, very solid just rise from that 2285 price point, and now being almost 3x above that with this most really recent increase, just continues to show that Solana has a lot left in it. There's a lot of value, a lot of people are understanding and really starting to see in this ecosystem as it continues to grow. And I think because of this, we're going to see, just with this utility alone, value continue to rise in Solana. I think by the end of the bull market bar 2, we could see anywhere from $120 to $180 at the very, very least. And that would only be, 2 to 3x from this current price point. So in reality, do expect a little bit more than that. It's definitely a possibility. I just try to, like I said, always stay on that conservative, realistic price prediction range. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with news as well as crypto updates and price predictions. Thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next one.